Hi, my name is Angelle. I teach at Tesh Elementary School in St. Martin Parish. I am most passionate about entertaining my kids. I love a good laugh from the kids. I love when the kids get jokes, but like content jokes, in order to make sure that they're understanding what's going on enough to find humor in it. My kids are fourth graders. In all their glory. In my video, I'm teaching social studies. We are learning about the ancient Indus River Valley civilization. We are attempting to make sure that students understand how the ancient Indians have made improvements and achievements that impact our lives today, and understand the characteristics of a civilization in order to interpret why it was able to succeed, but also why it fell. Some of the lesson objectives for this lesson is to understand the three major religions of India and how those coincide with the major world religions. It's also an objective for them to understand how religion impacts people and civilizations, to understand that these things influence others. This lesson connects to the overall year's goals of understanding the characteristics of a civilization, how different things influence those people, as well as how achievements impact us in our lives today. Some of my kids in this class are quite chatty, quite talkative. They get very excited. They love this stuff. Quite frankly, social studies is one of their favorite parts of the day. We make it something. So, some of the adaptations that I've made for this lesson, I have quite a large English as a second language group. And we do just kind of as a school. And so some of the adaptations that I've made are students were given worksheets that have a lot of visual representations of the things that we're doing, as well as words. So it's easy for them to connect. Okay, this is the word monsoon. This is what it looks like. This is something to help jog my memory. Another thing that I do for those students, as well as my special education students, is using hand gestures to help them with vocabulary words. So one of the vocabulary words we're working on today is reincarnation. And we do this circle because it's representing that cycle of life of they are born, they live their life, they go back to the gods, and then gods decide what kind of life they're going to have in the next life, and then they come back around. So we do those to support those kids and help them to kind of remember and understand what's going on.
I wonder why she's standing on a baby or a kid. Is that a kid? Yeah, that's a kid. That's three.
Yeah, and I noticed it's sitting in like an Indian. Yeah, like an Indian. I wonder if that ring is a ring of fire. Oh yeah, true. And then there's another arm, and then I wonder why it isn't stepping on a baby. And I know that's how babies pointing out. I wonder.
Let's read the caption. This sculpture shows Shiva, a major Hindu god. Shiva is believed to change and destroy parts of life so that they can be created new again. What do you think in this statue might show something being created new? What might symbolize that? Ivan?
The little circle probably getting something out of it, like it goes like it's like a portal or something.
Oh, maybe it's like a portal. Okay. But let's think about a circle. Does it have an end?
No.
No, and it just kind of keeps going, right? So it's that life cycle, kind of a cycle thing. I want you to keep that in mind as we read today, because there is a vocabulary word that would describe this. So we want that, keeping in mind this circle, what vocabulary word? Learning about their religions. We first focused on what?
The Buddhism.
Not Buddhism. What came first? Hinduism, right? And they believe in this, what? This cycle, right? Kind of like a circle of life. So that when someone would die,
They would go back and decide for more there.
they'd be, and what's that vocabulary word? Reincarnation. So show me, what is that vocabulary word? I want to see you do it. What is that vocabulary word? Reincarnation. And why am I making a circle with that? It's a cycle, right? They start off, they live their life, they die, they go back to the heavens, and then it starts back over. Is it an ending cycle? No. Does a circle end? Does a circle have an ending? No. So just like that, what is that called again? Reincarnation. Now the next one that I want to look at is nirvana. Do we see this picture here?
Yes.
When I look at that picture, what kind of feeling do I get from this person? He's feeling what? He's feeling peaceful. Can you show me what you think of when you think of the word peaceful? What is that? Okay, yeah. So, nirvana, say that word? Nirvana. Would be that peaceful state. So when we say nirvana, I want you to do this. Nirvana. Because nirvana means what? Peaceful state. This would be a depiction of nirvana. He's reached this highest level of peace because what he essentially did is, like he preached, is that he pushes away all of these earthly pleasures, right? He's not attached to his money. He's not attached to comfort. He's not attached to power. He's attached instead to peace, to nirvana. All right, so I am on page 10, and I'm starting with the paragraph right in the middle. It says around, put your finger on around, put your finger on around, put your finger on around, in the middle of the page. Around. When I walk around, I should see your finger on the word around. Page 10. Are you ready? Around that time that Buddhism first developed, ancient India was made up of many small kingdoms. But starting in 321 BCE, a series of strong leaders conquered and unified. Try it again one more time. Oh, sick. Right?
Unified.
That looks like
One of our words.
one of our root words this week. What does that root word mean? One. So when they conquer these kingdoms and they unify it, what do you think that means?
They make it one region.
One region, right? So they take over one whole thing. So they take all those tiny kingdoms and they push them together and they say, nope, you're not a whole bunch, you are one. Because uni means what? One. They created the Marian Empire. Oh, we see that connection. So unified means what? To bring it into one. How are the beliefs of Buddhism similar? Similar means what? Same to those of Hinduism. Talk with your tables. How is Buddhism similar to Hinduism? You can kind of flip.
The way they are similar is because they believe in the cycle of life.
The cycle of life. Give me a thumbs up or down. Do you agree or disagree? We agree. Okay, they all three believe in this cycle of life. Would anyone like to add on to that? Autumn, can you add on to that?
All three of
Give me a thumbs up or down if you agree or disagree. They're agreeing. Okay, so they believe in a cycle of life. They're believing in peace. Great. Lewis, can you give me a way that they are different? Need a little bit more time to think on it. Ivan, can you give me a way that they are different? Give me a way.
One of them didn't have a god. They didn't believe in a god.
Which ones didn't believe in gods?
Hinduism.
You sure about that? Which one did believe in gods?
Buddhism. No, Hinduism.
Hinduism. So which ones did not believe in gods?
Buddhism and Jainism. Yeah,
And good job, Kavian. Thanks for helping. And Jainism. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Ivan. One believed in gods and the others did not. Great. Can I have another way that they might be different, Emery?
because one of the Jainism didn't like to eat like meat and stuff because they believed it was like killing everything, so they just ate plants.
Great. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Emery. What was that term called that Jains were against? They were against this word. Leia? Rhett?
Non-violent.
Non-violence, right? They were against non-violence, which inhibited them from eating certain foods. Like what? Animals, meat. Great job. I do feel that the lesson objectives were met. In looking at the students' exit tickets for the lesson, very many of them could tell me the similarities and differences between the three religions that India had, and also kind of making connections to other civilizations that we've focused on throughout the year. I think one thing that I'm definitely going to do differently next year is break this lesson up into 2 days. I think that when I was planning, I definitely thought that we could have covered that in 1 day, but it was definitely enough material that should have stretched over 2, which is ultimately what had to happen. We had to adjust. Another thing that I feel I might do differently a little bit next time is have a triple Venn diagram in order to connect our notes to something visual. I noticed that, again, kind of some of my subpopulations that benefit from having picture to vocabulary words or kinesthetics where they have to move for a definition, they were struggling a bit to kind of tell me the similarities and differences. And so I think that if we would put it into something that was a bit more visual, they would be able to remember it a little bit easier. So that's definitely something that I think I'm going to adjust for next year, add to the slides and add to their worksheets. After this lesson of laying the groundwork of the 3 religions of India, we are going to move into understanding Ashaka, completing a primary source analysis, looking at the edicts of Ashaka, making connections to the laws of India, and how that connects to their religion. And so seeing how religion influenced their laws, and ending with the Gupta Empire to understand that India becomes one of the very first civilizations that allow people to choose their religion rather than choosing their religion for them. So understanding what these religions are helped to complete this chapter. But then it also coincides with the whole school year of understanding the characteristics of a civilization, and moving on into the more modern day-ish civilizations of the year.